Hi everyone, I'm Siddhant Agarwal. I'm a computer science major with a minor in mathematics. During this summer, I worked with Dr. Stoysovlovic to develop an SEIRV model of SARS-CoV-2 or COVID-19. So first, a little background on my project. Since the start of COVID-19, researchers have been working on developing mathematical models to understand how the virus is spreading. Most of the work that has been done to date focuses just on an SEIR compartmental model, which includes four states that are susceptible, exposed, infected, and recovered. Most models still don't account for a vaccinated state, and currently, a large amount of US population have been vaccinated. So this model cannot accurately analyze the current dynamic of COVID-19 in US. So what we did, we focused on developing a mathematical model based on the nonlinear SEIR compartmental model, incorporating a two-part vaccinated state. The V1 state includes people who currently have only gotten one shot of vaccine, and V2 state includes people who have gotten both the shots of the vaccine. We also divided the infected population into two parts, symptomatic and asymptomatic, as the latter, which is usually left out of the system, has a significant effect on the transmission of the virus. We also wanted to explore how varying efficacy rates between getting one shot versus two shots change the dynamic of COVID 19. So, we introduced two parameters, eta 1 and eta 2, which are the probability of a vaccinated person getting infected with COVID 19 again. Introducing these assumptions, we then set up an SEIRV model using a system of seven differential equations and 12 parameters. We then simulated these equations through MATLAB. While fitting the parameters, we assumed that changing beta 1, beta 2, gamma 1, and gamma 2 will have the most significant effect on simulations. After walking through all the assumptions and using the data available from CDC to get the values of parameters, we got these plots for all the state variables. We then compared the simulation with the actual data plots and found that our simulation matched the behavior of actual data, which assured that our model was depicting the behavior of COVID-19. As you may remember a few slides ago, I said that while fitting the parameters, I made an assumption that beta 1, beta 2, gamma 1, and gamma 2 will have the most significant effect on simulation. We wanted to verify this assumption, so we used global sensitivity analysis on our model to find out the parameters having the most significant impact. We analyzed our 7-state, 12 parameter SEIRV model using the Morris screening procedure. In Morris screening method, we take a parameter at random and alter it by some fixed amount of noise. Then we compute its elementary difference, which is essentially an approximation of a derivative. The larger the difference, more significant the parameter is. In our work, we did this process 100 times by going through our 12 parameters and picking them randomly, altering them to see which ones had the most impact. We are ultimately displaying the results of the computed mean and standard deviation of those 100 trials. From the sensitivity plots, we understood that beta 1, beta 2, gamma 1, and gamma 2 are the parameters which have the most influence on our model. This matched the assumption we had when we simulated our model. So, to conclude, we developed an SEIRV model including 7 states which successfully captures the phenomenological dynamics of a post vaccination COVID 19 pandemic. This is the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to either email me or my advisor at these email addresses. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you liked the research we did in the past 10 weeks.